For today, we're gonna be reacting to Ranting for Vengeance. So now again, folks, I don't think Cringe Slop is gonna be my main concern. If you see the thumbnail, my concern is the crew, okay? You know what happened with Rachel Zegler, Snow White? How one producer had to travel all the way across the world to confront Rachel Zegler and telling her to zip it. I'm certain some of you who has either a family or relative or neighbor that are working at these production crews, doesn't matter what movie it is, that they are dependent on the success of the movie, and if the movie fails, the production crew will be affected.
So I'm gonna make this short because I don't really care about this movie, but all you need to know is that Supergirl is fucking retarded and an absolute disgrace to the character of Logan.
Okay, that was a good opening. How would you rate that opening? 10 out of 10? 5 out of 10? So let's see what he has to say.
It's pretty simple. There's really no argument against this because anybody with eyes can see that Supergirl is an abomination. But before we get into it, if you're a real fan of comic books who doesn't have time for trash like this, maybe consider subscribing or supporting me over on Patreon. Oh yeah, and also there's like an army of people crying their eyes out over my last Spider-Man video, which was literally just me stating facts because I'm a real Spider-Man fan and not some tourist. So I don't know, those people are retarded or something. Moving on. So Supergirl has this brand new trailer which consists of ripping off Firefly, a sci-fi show from 20 years ago,
really?
Which they don't really think many people are going to pick up on. And not only is this movie a rip-off of classic sci-fi with no respect towards it, like any James Gunn production, it's also just the most cringe movie ever made since, I don't know, Superman 2025 or Sinners. And just like those two movies, nobody really cares about Supergirl. This isn't going to be some massive movie that goes down in history.
Well, when nobody cares, I think some people, some of you who is watching this video, you might care. And possibly you might love it. Don't forget one thing, currently, okay, is the state of Hollywood. And also what's happening in Iran, which I'm not going to touch on that, okay? That is something for other channels. Listen here. What is happening outside with all these wars, okay? Quality is important, okay? They cannot afford to make one single mistake. Everything needs to be a good quality. It doesn't matter whether it's video games, movies, TV shows. Everything must be good quality. The story must be good. If it's not good, if its quality is either bad or mediocre, the chances of this movie surviving well past its release date is slim, okay? Again, quality is important.
Like the original Superman the movie, or Tim Burton's Batman, or The Dark Knight, or Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. I don't even love a lot of those movies, but they are iconic and will be remembered. Unlike most movies made nowadays. Remember the James Gunn Superman movie? It was a massive success. Everybody loved it. It's a stone cold classic.
Really?
Except nobody even remembers it.
Nobody remembers it? Interesting. That's the real question. Will people even remember it well past its release date? How long will it take? What do you think, folks? Will you still be remembering Supergirl way past its release date? Say it in the comments.
Was actually garbage. And that's what's gonna happen
really?
over and over. People talking about Fantastic Four, stuff like this, Avengers Doomsday, Deadpool and Wolverine. All of it is meaningless.
I think Deadpool and Wolverine is much better. I don't know, folks. I like Deadpool. I like the first one, maybe the second one, but mostly the first one. The third, maybe I'm gonna watch it if it comes in Netflix, but we'll see. Should I even go for Deadpool and Wolverine, or maybe Avengers Doomsday, or maybe Supergirl movie?
It is meaningless, and at this point it's objective. There's no debate. Deadpool and Wolverine had some hype around it, but afterwards everybody realized that the movie was CGI slop for people who are brain dead. And the same goes for James Gunn's Superman and a lot of movies nowadays. I don't really have the willpower to be looking through this trailer bit by bit, criticizing it and trying to compare it to the comics. All you need to know is that it's just a piece of shit.
Well, it's a bit too early. How long do we have left? It says June, so maybe it's about 3 months left until it release. June 25th it says? So meaning that the last trailer, if I had to make a guess, it's not going to be before E3 or maybe D23. I don't think Supergirl is going to be in D23.
I'm not even a fan of Supergirl as a character in any way whatsoever. The same goes for Superman, but I don't think classic characters' legacies should be tarnished by some soulless modern movie which consists of feminist propaganda and nothing else. And Supergirl, along with many other famous superhero female characters, are known for how attractive they are. I think when you adapt them onto the big screen, you better do a good job at portraying that, or else you end up with something like this.
Well, not exactly. There are times where it did make a faithful adaptation, like in CW Supergirl. I think the earlier season of CW Supergirl was okay, and then the rest mediocre. But that's just my opinion, okay? So this one, yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it. Maybe one day, if it comes to Netflix. Assumingly, at least.
I don't really be bothered to check if this is edited or if it's real, but either way it's spasticated. And it's not just this actress, even though she's an insufferable bitch in real life, but it's also people like David Cornsweet. The guy looks like the Down syndrome younger brother of Henry Cavill, and we're all supposed to believe he's this super cool guy. And this is part of the bigger agenda in movies and entertainment in general, just to portray women as unattractive and strong, and the men as weak retards. It's not a joke or rage bait, it's the sad reality that we live in, where Supergirl is not one bit attractive and Superman is not one bit super. He's just a spastic.
When it comes to this, my main concern, okay, for this one is the production crew, okay? Some people may not say the movie will fail. Some people may say it still has a chance. Understand one thing, the production crew are really depending on this movie to succeed, okay? If it fails, they will be affected. I don't know how many crew or production team or the numbers of it that was used during this production, okay? It had to be a lot, not including marketing. Remember, the budget is important. If their budget balloon, not including marketing, then that could be a worrisome if the movie fail, okay? But we'll have to wait and see. Some parts I have to cut a bit because I've already talked about this.
Jason Momoa is a gay retard who acts and looks nothing like the character of Lobo. Lobo was based off of heavy metal and punk rock icons like Lemmy Kilmister and Glenn Danzig. It's proven that the character is meant to be a badass metalhead punk character, like something out of 2000 AD. Now, if you don't know anything of what I just said, then you shouldn't really be talking about comic books or Lobo. And if you want to know some people who don't know anything of what I just said, it's the people making this movie, which are all nobodies, by the way. Jason Momoa went to one Pantera concert in real life. I wonder why, because Pantera is gay and was never a good band.
A gay black man. I kissed him on the lips. He said, "Man, you taste good." I'm comfortable as hell with my sexuality.
But the people who were casting this movie thought that that earned him a spot as Lobo. And people also thought that earned him a spot as the Crow, which I don't know why, because the Crow and Lobo are similar comic characters that came from the underground, are extremely badass, and have a cult following. And they're not really for people who eat up every piece of slop that gets fed to them by Marvel and DC. They're actually the opposite. They're for people who don't really buy into that shit. And now this flamboyant spastic is riding around in the movie, laughing his ass off and acting nothing like the character.
I mean, what are the chances that Lobo has already heard about Aquaman and he's now doing the same thing as Aquaman? What do you think?
Wake up and smoke as many cigars as you want, but you're nothing like Lobo, and anybody that's read the comics or knows anything about DC can very clearly see that with this abomination, which I wouldn't even call a movie. So if you're a real fan who's actually read the comic books, or just somebody with a brain who can see that this movie is a pathetic piece of shit,
that is interesting. Not much to go with, but let's break it down. Okay, so first off, even though I have a mixed reception on this one, but we still have to credit the original creator, okay? That's the point of reaction. Shout out to Ranting for Vengeance. Now listen, folks. Storyline can be different. I could guess that the Lobo in the live action in Millie Alcock's Supergirl could be a fan of the Aquaman. I mean, he might have seen Aquaman's fight in the Justice League movie. Who knows? For Supergirl, sometimes a good storyline can outweigh all of these negativity. If the story is good and it doesn't, I don't know, lecture your audience and attack them for being racist, sexist, homophobe, transphobe, you know the type. Listen, folks, movies, TV shows, and video games are for escapism, okay? That's what viewers want. They just want to escape from reality. And right now, in reality, the whole world is about to burn. Why do you think many people crave for escapism? Like watching a movie, watching TV shows, or playing video games. Escapism, okay? And that claim with Millie Alcock saying about her gender from Variety, I don't know if she was told to say that by the PR management, but if she was told to do so by the PR team, then the PR team sucks, okay? They are the ones at fault. but that remains to be seen. My main concern for this is the production crew. Those production crews and the marketing team, they are gonna be the ones that are affected if celebrities make stupid comments or maybe say something stupid. How many people in the production crew and marketing team of Rachel Zegler's Snow White have been affected by the failed Snow White remake? So the question is, will you be watching Supergirl? I will probably watch it if I have time for it. Maybe I'll wait until it gone into Netflix. Also, I need to watch the movie he mentioned. If it's true, some of them are cringe slop or something. Like for example, the Superman one, which I think is already on Netflix. I don't know. I'm gonna go check it out.
As a newspaper reporter, I had been involved with bizarre cases before. But this time, I had to learn the hard way that my past experiences were useless. When a horror movie becomes reality, a person's sanity can disappear instantly. I was moving on pure survival instinct.